So earlier this week, I noticed that I was doing a heck of a lot. And at the same time, I was reluctant to take a break because I thought that I wasn't doing enough. It felt too easy. It felt like there was more I should be doing. Even though I had calls lined up for the week, I had classes that I was going to, I had taught my content, I was creating a webinar. I was making slides and fixing up my website. It still felt like I wasn't doing a lot. And I noticed that I was in project mode constantly in project mode. Now, the reason this was a cause for concern for me is because this used to be a coping mechanism. When I was in the time where my life was falling apart, when I was dealing with the narcissistic abuse of my partner, and I felt like I wasn't good enough, the way that I would compensate for that was I would do stuff. So he would tell me I was no good. So I would go and reorganize the entire house. I would KonMari everything, and I would recreate my space. And I noticed that I'm doing that in my own life now. Like, I will recreate something, but it doesn't have that energy that it used to have of, I have to do this to feel better about myself. I have to do this to be good. It's just, hey, I've got some time. This has been bugging me for a while and I want to fix it up. But in the past, it was also like, I would feel like I wasn't doing well in a certain area. Even when I was newly graduated from high school, I had to create. I had to feel like I was doing something in my life. And so I would write fan fiction, and then I would get praise from there. But I've noticed that the things that I'm doing aren't even really for praise. They're just for me. And I'm running a mastermind now, and I have a group of women that I'm teaching, and I'm not tired. And I'm wondering, why am I not tired? Why is it that I can jam pack my day from 8 a.m. all the way until 12 p.m. in the afternoon and still have energy to keep going and being like, okay, so now I need to start a new project so I have more things to do. And I was wondering why that was and what was really going on. And I finally got the insight today in class when Anand was talking. He's like, sometimes it's just a matter of, you get so good at what you're doing, it's effortless. It's like you're more productive than you were. And it's true, because it used to take me about an hour to compose one email in a sequence. It used to take me an hour to create a web page and to figure out landing pages and things that I needed to do for my business to get it up and running. And now I can record 3 or 4 videos. I can edit them. I can set them up to be streamlined, and then I can have them done. And then I have my page done. And it takes so much less time that I just don't notice now how much I'm doing. So it feels like I'm not doing enough. So that's the thing I really wanted to bring to your attention, because as you get more competent, as you start to build those skills, it just becomes effortless. It just becomes the point where it's like, well, this is so easy for me. And like, I feel like I'm not doing enough. But to somebody on the outside who doesn't have your skill set and is just starting out and is just learning, that sounds like a lot of work. It sounds like a lot of work. And I was even thinking about this in how I started 2 years ago, and jumping into webinar after webinar and being like, how do these people have all this energy? How are they able to do it? And I get it now, because I'm at that level that I can just go in, I can teach, and then I can just keep going. I can be like, okay, I'm done this class. I'm not tired. I'm going to go work on something else. Oh, wow. Now it's 12 o'clock and I've got all this done. Well, there must be something more I can do. And now I think at this point, my task for myself, that I'm going to put the intention out and actually do this, is that I'm going to take a break. As soon as it hits like 2 p.m. or 12 p.m. or whenever I have in my schedule, when I'm done for the day, I'm just going to be like, nope, okay, I'm done with work right now. I'll come back to it later. I'll still have my projects going, but I need to take those break times because they allow me to recharge, and it's okay to take a break. Once you get to that productive state, where everything is just so effortless, it's easier to create bigger and bigger projects. It's easier to get to that because you've now got the other stuff so dialed in that it doesn't even feel like work. So that's where I'm at now. When people ask me, it's like, how are you able to create these massive email sequences? How are you able to create it? The answer is I just got good at it. I just kept at it. I kept at the practice. How am I able to teach every single week inside my Facebook group? Because I've been doing it for 2 years now. When you first start something, it feels really impossible to get that time. And you think, I'm never going to have time to do all this stuff. But the magical thing is, as you get more productive and as you learn more on how to develop your skill set, suddenly those pockets of time exist. So I've just created an entire email sequence. I've created a registration page for a webinar that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing some slides later. And like, I'm just psyched because like I could, if I wanted to, I could take the whole weekend off and go play, but I'm not going to because I want to get some more stuff done. And I'm about to go on vacation to the live summit in just like, it's just a few weeks away now. So that's going to be my week of rest just before I go in there, because I am an introvert and I know I'm going to need to preserve my energy, but like these next few weeks, I've got all this energy. And yeah, so if you're at the point where it's like, I should be doing more and you've done a lot, just notice that and say, hey, maybe I've just gotten more competent at this. So now I can either create a higher level project and I'll be able to get to that and I'll be able to do it and it won't feel overwhelming anymore because I've already got this in the bag. Or, hey, maybe I'm just going to go and hang out with my kids, or I'm going to go to the beach. Although right now I can't go to the beach because it's cold and raining. It's actually raining right now, but as soon as summer hits, I'm excited. I'm going to take off to the beach as much as possible because last summer, being able to go down there anytime I wanted was just heaven, and I can't wait to do it again. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you, and I'll talk to you soon.